Hello, everybody. Hoping that you all are staying safe, staying inside when you have to, and keeping your social distancing. Today in art, we're going to do a painting project. You wanted to do painting all year, so now's your chance. All you need for this project, a paintbrush, paints, and for this one I'll show you the project in gold, a pink, a blue, and you always need black and white. You just always need those to either lighten your colors or outline, but black and white is a great one. And then you need a rock. Okay? A rock. Make sure when you get the rock, after you get it, you just get the dirt off. You can wipe the dirt off and wash it really quickly and dry. They dry really quickly. So paintbrush, some paint, and a rock. Okay? Let's get into it. What you're going to do is you're going to actually, after your rock is clean, you're going to paint it white. I always paint the entire rock white simply because that'll be a base color on your rock. So you have to paint the rock on one side first. Okay? You have to do one side first and let it dry. And you let it dry for about 5 or 10 minutes because you're going to do more than one coat, okay? So you let it dry after you paint it for a minute. So that comes out a thin coat and you still kind of can see the rock. So before this, I'd already painted the back side so that you can see that when it dries, it's thin. And then what you do is you go back and coat it again. But this is after it dries, and you can tell the difference. Okay? The first coat is really thin and light, but it dried. And now that I do my second coat, it's darker. Okay? You let it dry again, and after you continue to let it dry the proper amount of time, what you'll have is a rock that is a solid white all the way around. Just have to take your time, let it dry. Once I got it to be the color or the thickness of white I wanted it to be, and it did start off as a brown rock, next what I did was I chose to paint my entire rock a design, like different colors. So what I'm doing here is with the pink, and like I told you, I always use black, okay? I came up with this design. The rock was white all over, and what I did was I chose to paint the bottom black and the top pink. Then when I chose to use this color, gold, different rock, but you see, you end up painting it all the way around. So you paint the front first and let it dry. Okay, that's a design. Then I have to show you the blue. The blue turned out to be nice. I did kind of like the same style where I painted part of it black on all of them and left a little white. Okay, so what we're going to do today, I'm just going to choose to go through this lesson with you really quickly, and I'm just going to, after your painting dries, the white paint dries, you choose whatever color you like to paint next. So for this, I'm going to choose the blue. Okay, and you choose any color, purple, yellow, whatever. I'm gonna go in, get my paint, and it's really, you do not have to use a ruler or anything. You just start painting, okay? And you decide where you want to divide your rock. You decide where you want to stop the color of blue and start the color of black, okay? Okay, so what I did, I'm gonna have to let it dry, but you're gonna, when you paint this, you actually just pull your brush around the rock, okay? To keep it in line, you pull the brush. It's really fun because the brush works well with rounding the rock, but you just take your paintbrush, you lay it on there, and you just pull it carefully around, and you paint that. The same thing happens with any paint color. This is a thin coat. What you have to do is you'll wait for it to dry, and you'll come back and paint that color again to make it a darker, thicker blue. Okay? So after it dries, you then go in and you're going to now pick up that black color, okay? So, or whatever other color you want to use, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to choose, I'm actually getting some black paint, okay? And I'm going to, you have to clean your brush in between colors if you like, or you can mix them all, it's up to you. But what I'm going to do, I have my black on my brush, and I'm going to show you this. Now that I have my blue on the top, I haven't gone on the back yet. That's why I can pick my rock up. But you can let it dry and do the entire front first. And then you can come around the back after the front dries. So all I did to get that strip is this. You leave some space and you just paint where you want your black to be. Okay? And this is how, and again, you pull the brush around the rock. Okay? Just let the back, just wait to do the back. But this is how you get a design. Okay? You're going to let it dry, and of course you're going to, after it dries on the front, you'll pick it up on the back and you'll turn it over to continue your painting. I'm going to sit this one down and show you how, after it dries, there's how it's going to look. The reason it's thicker is that I went over the blue, I let it dry twice and painted over it, so I actually painted the blue 3 times. The black may be the same thing. So I painted each color 3 times. White 3 times, blue 3 times, black 3 times. Okay? After your rock dries, the next thing you're going to do is we paint it. Last thing we're going to do is we're going to design. Okay? So what you want to do is you actually, while you're at the store, like we said, get a paint pen, or you can actually get a Sharpie. You can get a white paint pen, black paint pen, any colors. I actually have this pink colored paint pen. Okay? So you take your paint pen, and on this rock, I'm going to choose to do white. Okay? Now comes the design. And what we did earlier in the year, we studied lines. Remember, you had vertical lines, you had horizontal lines, you had castle lines. Here you have, I just sketched these really quick because we all know them. You had your horizontal lines, there's your diagonal, vertical, your castle. That's your castle line, polka dots, spiral, and then we did learn that all of your lines actually create shapes. So I just put a few shapes on there, okay? That's just a quick review. You know that already. So here we go. We're going to add a design to our rock. I'm just going to use a spiral. So you draw directly on your rock. Okay. I'm going to do that again. Move closer to the camera. But you take your paint pen and you can draw several designs on there. Okay. And you can swirl around. Okay. I also just show you zigzag lines on the back with polka dots. You got your swirl lines on this side. Okay. So you can choose to design your rock however you'd like to. Okay. This is your lesson for this week, rock art. And I'm going to hold up a few that I finished. And now I have to design these, okay? After you design them, you can give them to people for gifts. People can use them in their yard, in their garden, or on their desk as paperweights. Or you can just keep it in your room on your dresser, okay? It's just a cute little craft project with a natural object. Make sure you go out, get your paints. After you use this paint, you'll have it to use for several projects. Thank you all for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed it. I'll actually post some pictures of the rocks when I finish designing them, but I would like to see some of your rocks. So you're supposed to go design your rock. Miss Bailey designed a few. Okay, design your rock and then post them with hashtags. You can post them in Class Dojo. You can email me and I'll get Miss Snow to post them on our website. But please, please, please have fun during this project. Make sure you post them, and we look forward to seeing you again at the next art lesson. Have a great day. Stay safe. Keep your social distance. Thank you. Bye.